What's up, everybody? We are back for another installment of Shade Tree Mechanic. Today is something different. We're going back to the old girl, my 22 Larson Cabrio. Last season I was noticing it was having some heating issues, and I'm pretty sure I determined that the water pump needs to be replaced, not the impeller but the water pump. And so that was what we're going to do today. This is where I've got it stored for the winter. It's covered in, but I can get to it. So get in there and change the water pump out and start doing some spring maintenance. It's early. She's not going to go in probably for another month, but just thought I'd get it. It's a beautiful day. Thought I'd get a kickstart on it. So here she is. Stay tuned, and we'll get this work done. All right, here we are inside the engine bay. As I said before, this is the impeller, which is basically like a yearly maintenance. Switch it out. I had one basically dissolve and created a big issue. Fast moving tides and whatnot. So just as a safety measure, I always just put a new one in. Super cheap. So I always change this out. The water pump that I'm talking about is this water pump, which is the engine water pump. Circulates the water from outside the boat through the engine bay. This does the same. It does sucks it through, but you basically have two pumps. And so I just want to be clear which one we're working on. So obviously we need to take the belts off here, get this cover off, and get at the water pump. As you can see, all of these nuts and stuff, they look really rusted, so really hoping I don't have too much of an issue, but I'm kind of expecting a hard fight here to get any of this stuff out of there. So stay tuned, and we'll get going. Just really quickly, this is the replacement pump. Everything looks to seem to be the same as far as I can see so far. Comes with two new gaskets for both of the points that touch the engine. So I just wanted to show off the new part before I start ripping at this old one. Alright, so this pulley is a 13 millimeter. I'm just gonna try, oh boy, break those free if I can. Maybe not. No, it's gonna spin. Let's try the impact. Much better. It's always got to be one. I gotta get the belts off anyway, so I thought it might be easier just to go that route, but it is not. Actually, let's use this guy and see if we can do. Got it. It's always satisfying. These are 13 millimeter. I think some of this is American, even though it's Volvo Penta. I mean, I think it's a Chevy block. Oh, good. Now I can't get this out. Next up, we're going to do alternator, so this guy right there, and we also have to do this guy right there. So let's see, we're going to stay with 13mm all the way around. Yes, we are. Don't think it'll move. Yeah, I think so. That is not 15. Say 14. It does have a nut on the back side, but I don't think. We'll see. I don't think I need to use that one. No, she's spinning. Bam. Okay. Let's call it 13. Oh, that works. It's a 9/16, so. That is the power steering pump. Looks to be the same size. Do some rust prevention on these. The damn salt water just eats at them. And this guy right here, well, you can't really see that because I'm blocking the light. This guy right here, that's also going to come off. Oh, and there's one down here too. So I'm going to get this pulley off. I'm just going to wiggle it because I can feel the motion. I'm just going to slide off of this right here. It's going. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this and paint it because obviously it's really rusty. There she is. You hear it moving. Might actually have to take this off. I just realized. I'm gonna pull this. Yeah, the power steering pump's gonna have to come off. All right. All right. So I got the power steering pump off. It's just laying there. I didn't want to disconnect it if I didn't have to. You got one more bolt here. We got another inside bolt there. So that's this side, I think. And then there are two bolts on this side which are really hard to see. One big one right there, and then this guy goes all the way through. This one makes me really nervous because it's in real bad. So it might be one of those extractor socket. I'm gonna have to replace it type deals. But let's go. Let's keep working on it. I think that I don't need to take anything else off. I think it'll come out generally with these 4 bolts, and I gotta take this hose off. But we'll see. Alright, so 9/16 fits really well on the top. It, however, does not fit so great on the bottom. If you go up to 3/8, that seems way loose. 14mm, too small. Oh, it seems pretty good. 15 on the bottom, and then 9/16 on the top seems to be, that's too loose on the top. Okay. Just nice. Stud. It's coming off weird. It's coming out of the block. It's in good shape. It's not in bad shape. Alright, please come up easy on the bottom. Whoa. And that, folks, is why. Okay. Update, I just realized there's another nut on this stud right here. Gotta get that guy off. Alright, so we're working on this guy right here. And I think the tightest that I can find for a socket is 11/16. It is really rusted and it seems a little loose. The 5/8 doesn't seem to fit correctly. And this one's way too loose. Oh, maybe 17. Yeah, that's 17 better. Let's go with that. See how we do here. Come on, come out easy, please. No, just going over shit. Oh boy, that thing is in shitty. Yeah, see, look, it's just disintegrating. Frick. Yeah. Can't say I'm surprised. It's partially why I'm doing this so early, so I can get to it. And let's see what I have. Let's try that. Oh, she's coming. Thank you. So we got 3 out of 4. That's respectable. I'm going to have to drill that one out, or what? It's in there. Really nasty shape. Alright, let's see what one here seems to fit the best. Let's turn it easy. Thank you. She's rusted, but not in bad shape. Alright, that bottom. Alright, so I happen to have, I don't have deep sockets, but I have two sets of short sockets, and this kind has the teeth on here, and I gave it a shot, 14 millimeter, and she's spinning freely. Let me look at this off of there. I'm glad I didn't give up. Ooh, she's a big one too. Let's show it the other side. Alright, should she come up? Here she is. I'm going to take this back panel off and check out what it looks like inside. I'm hoping it confirms my suspicion, but just because I was spinning it with water, I could hear it going, so I'm not sure. Nothing about this pump has to go easily. I mean, it's corroded, but I don't think it looks, I was expecting it to be much worse. It makes me a little nervous. Oh boy. Okay then. Alright, so while we're waiting, obviously we got some rust going on with this thing, so I thought I'd give them a quick sand down, some paint, make it look a little bit nicer in there. So stay tuned. Alrighty, so we got her all cleaned up, all the loose stuff taken off, and I'm going to spray her with some rusty metal primer and let it dry, flip it over, do the other side, and then hit it with some red and black. Alright guys, welcome back. It's a new day here. I've got some parts on order, and I've got most of the bolts and stuff I was looking for in. So what I want to do is I got a new water temp sensor, so I'm going to get replace this, and I'm going to clean up. I got a wire brush. I'm going to clean up the paint on the front of the engine there and put some high temp. That's a very loud, super loud motorcycle. I'm gonna put some high temp red paint to hopefully stem off some of this corrosion. And I've got an oil pressure sensor, and we're gonna get this water pump installed. Also bought the easy out sockets to get this brace off, because that's actually been stuck there, and I need to get it off to change out the impeller. So got quite a bit to do. Stay tuned and we'll get at it. So 13/16 for the sensor. Move very nicely. There she goes. Oh, yeah. Dang, salt water corrodes everything. There we go. Alright, so here's the part number, what she looks like in the bag, and just screw in there. It's already got some Teflon tape or some type of sealant on there, so. In there pretty good, and then you just hook up this little there, and that's all set to go. Alright, so this bolt way in there, this bolt right there is the one that's the pain in the ass. So I've got some Harbor Freight bolt straps. I did not have the SAE version, so I picked up that, and I already had the metric version. So when you do these, sometimes the bolt just gets disintegrated, so you can keep going down a set on both sides until you can finally get it out. The other helpful hint when you're using these, they look like in the inside, is use a hammer and bang it on there real hard. You want the inside of this to like grab onto that metal. So see if we can get it out. All right, so I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it's 5/8. Seems to be the closest one, and I'm just going to take a hammer and bang them in there. Let's see if I can get it out. That's on there. Nope, no it isn't. Maybe it's too big. Come on. There, right there. Okay. Let's see if she'll come out. No luck. Shoulda. Alright, so that's a 5/8. What's the metric side? Alright, metric. Nope. Son of a gun. something is in there. Alright, now we're going down like 5 sizes, and we'll see. Come on. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, so here it is. It's obviously pretty damn rusted. I'm going to take this home, I think, sandblast it and paint it before I put it back in. I jerry-rigged some electrical tape, which worked in a pinch, but I actually bought a replacement. It's kind of funny that they sell the actual rubber slips right on the end here, so I'm not going to do that yet, but that's it. Now we're going to get the impeller off, check it, probably just replace it just as a precaution. We got 2 new belts, so we can get these out of here now. This bracket is off, and I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this broken bolt, because that sucks. If I get that bracket off, I can get to this bolt. It's hidden behind there. And then this just kind of pops off. It's got a gasket, so it's on there kind of tight. So it actually looks like it's in pretty good shape, but you know, I had to learn a hard lesson that when these go bad, bad things happen. Long story, but basically my boat went dead, was overheating in very high current river, and a series of bad decisions led to a whole bunch of things going down. So I just like to replace this as a precaution. So that's what I'm going to do. I've already got a replacement one, so we'll throw one of those in there. Next up, a fuel filter. I've never got one of those ordered, and that is just a yearly maintenance. Here's the part number. I know that there are other brands that make it. I just like to stick, especially the filters, I like to stick with Volvo Penta brand stuff. It's the only ones that I'm really stickler about. Like this water pump is not a Volvo Penta brand, but for whatever reason I think these are designed for marine things, and I just feel like they work better. So there's the part number. Just going to get this off, throw that back on there. I'm going to wait to do the oil filter because I want to change the oil, and I don't have the suction pump at the moment, but you know, we'll keep working on here. These are my filter vice grips. I've got all those other contraptions with like a chain and you know, rubber, and you cinch it on there. I've also got the ones that go onto your socket, and I just find this one tool seems to do everything. It doesn't matter about damaging it. You put it right at the bottom where it has the most structure. You don't have to really cinch it on there, and it makes pretty easy work of taking filters off. I could not get the oil filter off last season on this engine, and so that's why I ended up purchasing these, and now I use it for basically everything. It's super simple. It's one tool. You don't have to worry about different sizes and stuff. A little gas is probably going to come out. Probably confirm that I have the same part number, which I do. Yep. Old gas. Phew. And let's throw a new one on there. Wet it a little bit. Let's check to make sure that gasket's off. Yeah. There, that's good. Alright, so we got the impeller off. We have a new fuel filter installed. In progress here. Alright, so I'm going to get the block cleaned up. I'm just going to get this, I had this temporarily sitting there just to cover up those holes while I have the parts in order. great. I got water in it already. Alright, now that I've got the water pump out of the way, just taking a quick glance at that bolt that I just broke off, and unfortunately it's like flush right to the block, so that's going to have to get a welded nut on there, unfortunately. I hope that I can get it out, but that's the only other thing I can do. Otherwise I'll just have to use that top thing and hopefully that holds it, but that's going to be a pain in the ass to do. Alright, another hugely important thing to do. As you can see, my carb is running a little rich there. So it's got this black kind of creosote type stuff in the flame arrestor. This is what they call, this is what you have on a boat instead of an air filter. So I'm just going to take some carb cleaner. It makes a huge difference. Just watch out there. Clean that, all those grates up until it's all silver again. Alright, so this is a first for me. These are disposable vinyl nitrate blend examination gloves. Gloves obviously are very in short supply because of the whole coronavirus thing. And I was holding that thing to spray some cleaner on there and it just started disintegrating. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like it shouldn't be getting on my hands if that's what's doing to the gloves. Alright, let's try a different set of gloves. Alright, so I'm not sure how well lit it is in here or not. There's some sparkly wires in the way, but on the rear right side, if you're sitting in front of the engine, on your right, all the way in the back, right above the oil filter, is the oil pressure sensor. And or it's actually the alarm for the oil pressure sensor. So I broke it free. Doesn't have any gaskets on it. It's got a little brass fitting, which I'm just going to leave in there and screw in the new part, the new one, and we're just going to screw it in here. famous last words. Is the thread or not? Go easy. Interesting. Needed two hands momentarily. So let's get that in there. Couldn't find a wrench or socket that fit, so I'm gently using a pair of vice grips to get this in there. All right, so a couple days later, and I am pumping out the oil with a transfer pump. It does take a while because this thing holds quite a bit of quite a few quarts, but this is the way you do it. The oil filter is back there, which I haven't pulled off yet. I'm going to get as much oil out of it as possible. This is like looks like a 3-gallon maybe jug, and it's getting full already. But just wanted to keep the project moving here and change the oil. That sensor is working good. The other one is still setting off, and I got to do some investigative work about that. But all right, we'll keep working on it. All right, guys. So update. Water pump is in. Water pump pulley is on, all repainted. The impeller pump bracket is on with a new rubber stopper. I made it as usual and forgot to put the belts on before I put that on, so I got to take that back off. Repainted this alternator bracket, so that's all repainted. I have repainted the power steering pump, so I'm going to put that in now. And I've got the belts. Here are the part numbers, if that helps. This is a 5-liter GLA motor. Here's the other one. And it's almost Memorial Day weekend. I want to get this thing in. So I'm trying to get it all situated for that. We'll see if I actually accomplish that goal. All right, stay tuned. Alright, so putting the belts on, and obviously it's loose, and you can't just kind of tighten it up. It needs to be tighter than that. So I'm going to use the handle of mine off something solid in the back, and I'm going to pry against it and tighten at the same time. So you tighten there, and then you got to tighten this down, and everything will be good. That's not tight at all. I'm going to have to tighten that bad boy a little bit more. That's tight. Alright, moment of truth. I'm going to fire her up. Got the cover on. Got water running. Let's see what she does. Sounds good. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Hope you found it helpful.